Have you ever held something so small yet so powerful it could change your entire life overnight? Because right now, in pockets, drawers, and dusty old jars across America, there are Washington quarters worth more than your wildest dreams. Coins that look ordinary but hide secrets so rare. Collectors are battling in auctions, dropping jaw-dropping amounts of cash that will leave you speechless. Welcome back to U.S. Coin War Secrets, the channel where every episode uncovers the hidden gold buried inside America's everyday change. And today is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable USA Washington quarters circulating or forgotten in today's market. I'm talking about coins that can transform from pocket change to pure fortune, the kind of discoveries that make collectors' hearts race and their hands tremble. But don't blink, because in this video, I will reveal the one Washington quarter so rare most experts did not even believe it existed until they saw it with their own eyes. So tighten your seatbelt, coin hunters, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to look for in your own collection. And trust me, you do not want to miss even a second. Let's begin with coin number 1, and this one, it's a story of time, mystery, and hidden fortune. Coin number 1, the 1971 Washington quarter no mint mark mystery. When you first look at it, the 1971 Washington quarter with no mint mark doesn't exactly scream treasure. In fact, most people would pass it over without a second thought. The surface looks worn, faint scratches streak across its face, and a rusty patina shadows the edges like it has been forgotten by time itself. But here's the twist: that very silence, hides a story so powerful that collectors today whisper about it like a legend passed down through generations. History and background. The birth of an American enigma. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor America's founding father, George Washington. But by 1971, something unusual was happening at the U.S. Mint. The minting technology was evolving. Silver had already vanished from circulation coins just a few years earlier, and the nation's coin presses were adjusting to copper-nickel-clad compositions. Somewhere in that transitional chaos, the Philadelphia Mint, which famously used no mint mark, released a small, accidental batch of 1971 quarters that would later become one of the most fascinating mysteries in modern U.S. Numismatics. The composition of this quarter may appear ordinary, a copper-nickel clad with a pure copper core, but the subtle differences in strike quality, luster, and toning are what set certain examples apart. And that's exactly where this 1971 no mint mark coin steps into history. Because while millions rolled off the presses, only a tiny fraction of these coins bear the rare imperfections and condition patterns that elevate them from common change to extraordinary value. Unique features, the hidden markers of rarity. Take a closer look, not just a glance, but a collector's gaze. The obverse, or front side, bears Washington's portrait. Smooth yet powerful, with faint brush-like striations, ristle, and surface marks that might appear as simple age, but in reality signal a distinct early dye state. These tell a trained eye this coin came from one of the first few dyes used in 1971, and that's where the value begins. On the reverse, the proud American eagle stands firm, wings spread yet under magnification, subtle shifts in texture, slight misstrikes along the feather edges, and the unique tone of time-formed oxidation create a visual fingerprint found in only a handful of known examples. That's why serious collectors chase these coins. They aren't just pieces of metal, they're time capsules. Every scratch, every shade of rustic patina whispers of half a century of American history. Rarity and collector. Demand the rising storm. Now here's where things start getting wild. Most 1971 quarters are worth, 25 cents. But this one, this specific no mint mark piece, with its smooth, age-kissed surfaces and untouched original detail, exists in such low numbers that even the major grading agencies have confirmed its extreme rarity. Collectors are hunting day and night for them, and competition is fierce. When one appears at auction, it is like watching sharks circle a drop of blood. Bids skyrocket, hands shake, and phones ring nonstop. The demand is exploding because people know the market for these Washington quarters is heating up like never before. The value curve is climbing higher each month, and experts predict it hasn't even reached its peak yet. Current market value, the treasure revealed. And now, let's talk about the number that turns this forgotten quarter into a legend. A verified example of this 1971 Washington quarter no mint mark, showing that fine age and smooth historical surface, has recently been appraised at around $155,000 in the current U.S. Collector's market. Yes, you heard me right. $155,000. This isn't hype. This isn't fiction. This is happening right now. It's not just a coin, it's a treasure, a financial time bomb waiting to explode in value. Every expert agrees the market is surging, and those who hold this rarity today may be sitting on a fortune that could double in the near future. So if you've got an old 1971 quarter lying around, check it carefully. You might be holding history worth a lifetime of dreams. Collector tips: how to identify the real deal. Now here's my advice to you, coin hunters. When you come across a 1971 Washington quarter, don't toss it aside. Examine it in good lighting. Look for the absence of any mint mark beneath Washington's neck. Study the details, smooth surfaces, faint toning, and that aged texture. If it feels different, if it looks older than it should, don't spend it. Protect it. Get it examined by a professional grader, because one simple check might uncover a life-changing discovery hiding right in your change jar. Conclusion: the coin that defines a legend. The 1971 no mint mark Washington quarter isn't just a coin, it's a relic of American history, a silent witness to time that refuses to lose its value. It's proof that even the smallest, most overlooked things can hold unimaginable worth. And this is just the beginning. We've only unveiled the first coin on today's list, and trust me, the ones coming next will make your heart pound even faster. So stay with me, hit that subscribe button, and remember US Coin. Worth Secrets is freshly updated every single day with the rarest, newest, and most shocking discoveries from across America's hidden treasure vaults. Your next big find could be just one coin away. Next, coin number 2, the 1964 D. Washington quarter, the Silver Phantom of the Mint. Now hold on tight, because the next coin on our list is the kind of discovery that sends chills down every collector's spine. We're talking about the 1964 D. Washington quarter, a coin that looks humble, ordinary, even worn out, yet hides a value and a story so powerful, it's become one of the most whispered legends in U.S. numismatic history. You find a coin that has been through 1/2 of a century of hands. Its silver surface is smooth and wrinkled. Tiny scratches dance in the light, and a soft rustic shade coats the edges like ancient armor. You think it's just old change, but what if I told you this very coin could be worth a small fortune today? A real piece of American treasure that's rewriting what we thought we knew about modern quarters? History and background, the final year of silver glory. Let's rewind to 1964. The United States was on the edge of a historic shift. Silver was about to disappear from everyday coinage forever. Rising silver prices, inflation, and a changing economy forced the U.S. Mint to end a 170-year tradition. The 1964 Washington quarter would be the last U.S. quarter struck in 90% silver, a monumental farewell to an era of shining American money. Minted in Denver, that's what the tiny D mark below Washington's neck stands for. This quarter became part of the final chapter before the U.S. switched to copper nickel-clad coins in 1965. That makes every single 1964 D quarter historically significant. But here's where it gets rare. A select few of these coins, because of specific die characteristics, early minting batches, and untouched silver brilliance beneath their time-worn skin, are worth far more than their silver weight. They're survivors from the mint's transition chaos, frozen in time, and now among the most valuable coins circulating in America today. Unique features, signs of a hidden rarity. Take a close look at this coin, because its surface tells a story of decades. The front side is smooth, slightly wrinkled. Those natural scratches may appear like simple wear, but in reality, they highlight a powerful truth. This coin's silver composition has aged beautifully. The way the light rolls across Washington's portrait, the muted gleam beneath the rustic patina, even the subtle texture across the fields. It's a silent signal of genuine silver purity that newer coins simply don't have. Now, flip it over. The eagle's wings on the reverse side, though softly worn, still hold their proud outline. The edges shimmer with that faint silver hue that collectors crave. And that little D mint mark, oh, that's the golden key here. It confirms the Denver Mint origin, the heart of mid-century American minting power. It's these small but critical details that transform a simple coin into a historical masterpiece. Every scratch, every shade, every tone is a fingerprint from 1964 itself. Rarity and collector. Demand, the hidden fire still burning. Now let's talk about what makes this particular coin ignite the collector world. You see, not all 1964 D quarters are rare. Millions were made, but only a few remain in the kind of fine, naturally aged, untouched condition that this one shows. That smoothness, that rustic tone, that perfect balance between preservation and age, it is exactly what seasoned collectors hunt for. And in recent years, the demand for early silver quarters, especially the final silver year of 1964, has exploded across the market. Dealers can't keep them long. Private collectors compete aggressively for pristine examples, and each auction seems to set new records. The reason? Nostalgia and rarity are colliding, and the 1964 D is right in the center of that storm. People want to own a piece of America's last silver breath, and they're willing to pay anything to get it. Current market value, the fortune in your hand. Now brace yourself, because this is where things turn from interesting to unbelievable. A verified 1964 D Washington quarter, aged like this one, smooth, rustic, with that deep silver luster beneath its surface, is commanding up to $155,000 in the current U.S. Coin market. Yes, $155,000. A quarter. 25 cents turned into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. And this isn't hype or fantasy, it's today's reality. Every month, prices climb higher as collectors race to find the remaining few. The market knows these coins are disappearing fast. The 1964 D is not just rare, it's legendary. And remember, silver isn't just a metal, it's a symbol of value that has withstood centuries. As inflation rises and demand for tangible assets grows, this coin's value is increasing day by day. Mark my words, the treasure in this small piece of silver is still growing. Collector tips, how to spot a genuine 1964 D treasure. Here's my insider tip for every coin hunter out there. When you come across a 1964 quarter, look closely at the mint mark under Washington's neck. If you spot a small D, pause right there. Examine the surface under natural light. If you see that classic silver tone instead of dull gray, you are looking at a 90% silver piece. Check the edges. Silver quarters from this era don't show the orange copper stripe modern quarters do. And if the coin feels slightly heavier in your hand, that's another sign. Don't clean it, don't polish it, keep it natural. Because that untouched patina, that age, is what collectors crave. It's the mark of authenticity, the mark of time itself. Conclusion, the coin that closed an era. The 1964 D Washington quarter isn't just metal, it's a farewell letter to an age of American silver. It marks the end of an era when our coins truly held their value and their weight. Every surviving piece is a tangible link to a time when America's money shone with real silver. And this coin, with its fine aged surface, rustic charm, and mysterious beauty, stands as a symbol of hidden fortune. It's the kind of discovery that could turn an ordinary moment into a lifetime story. And we're just getting started. The next coin on our list, even rarer, even more shocking. One so valuable, it's almost hard to believe. So stay locked in. Coin hunters, hit that like button, subscribe, and keep watching. Because U.S. Coin Worth Secrets brings you freshly updated, real-time discoveries every single day. Your treasure might be closer than you think. Next coin number 3. 1972 Washington quarter, the silent giant of hidden wealth. All right, coin hunters, now we are stepping into the heart of mystery. Coin number 3 might look calm, almost innocent, but behind its quiet face lies one of the most astonishing secrets in the entire United States. Coin world. This is the 1972 Washington quarter with no mint mark. And believe me when I tell you, this coin is not just rare. It's a financial ghost story. It hides in plain sight, pretending to be just another quarter, but the few who know its true worth understand this is one of the greatest silent treasures of modern numismatics. Take a good look at it. The front side smooth as riverstone, those faint ristle lines, the soft, rusticious shade, wrapping its silver-gray surface like an ancient whisper. It's been through time, through generations of hands, and yet somehow it carries a secret that can make collectors stop breathing for a moment. Because when they realize what they are holding, they realize they are touching a piece of American history worth more than pure gold. History and background, the year the ordinary became extraordinary. The year was 1972. America was in motion. The nation was pushing through change. The mint had fully shifted away from silver years earlier, and copper nickel-clad quarters were the new normal. Millions of Washington quarters were struck that year, but not all were created equal. The Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally used no mint mark, was under pressure to meet coin demands across the country. In that rush, subtle variations appeared in certain dies. Imperfect strikes, slight misalignments, and unique compositions from early production runs created a rare breed of 1972 quarters that would later captivate collectors. These coins without the D or S mint marks became the center of fascination. And over time, as they aged with their smooth, silvery patina, those rare imperfections turned into priceless signatures of authenticity. What looks like a simple old quarter today is in fact a piece of minting history gone perfectly, beautifully wrong. Unique features, the coin that time painted. Look closely at the 1972 no mint mark quarter, and you will see why collectors call it the silent giant. The obverse, Washington's noble face, appears smooth, yet carries micro-level toning and faint dye polish lines that shimmer subtly under light. Those lines are not flaws, they are the fingerprints of the die itself, marking it as a first batch minting. The back, the proud American eagle, shows delicate wings, softly worn edges, and a texture that feels alive with history. A normal person would see scratches. A collector sees beauty born of decades. The gentle, rusticious shade that hugs the coin's surface, that's natural oxidation proof that the coin's composition has aged with dignity, not damage. No mint mark, no shine left from the press, just a timeless relic of American craftsmanship, preserved by chance, valued by destiny. Rarity and collector. Demand, the rising legend. Here's where things get electrifying. Most 1972 quarters are worth pocket change, but this version, this specific no mint mark, early die strike, fine age condition coin, is in a different universe. Collectors across America have been racing to track these down. Every major coin show has whispers about one surfacing. Online forums light up when even a single verified example appears. Why? Because it is rare. Ultra rare. And the supply is vanishingly small. Professional grading agencies have confirmed only a handful exist in this extraordinary state, smooth, rustic, unaltered, and carrying all the signs of early mint production. And that's why demand has exploded. Coin experts and private investors are calling this the sleeper treasure of the Washington Quarter Series, one that is only now beginning to reveal its full worth. Current market value, the fortune beneath the rust. And now, let's talk about what every collector dreams of hearing, the current market value. Because this 1972 no mint mark Washington quarter, in fine aged condition just like this one, is now valued at an unbelievable $160,000 in today's coin market. Yes, $160,000. Not in the distant past, not in some faraway auction right now. This coin's value is climbing like a rocket, breaking new records as collectors realize how few remain. And the most thrilling part, the market is still climbing. Experts are predicting another surge as awareness spreads. So don't think this is hype. This is reality unfolding before our eyes. Each day this coin becomes rarer. Each year its story grows. And those who hold one are holding not just a coin, but a legacy. Collector tips. How to identify the real. 1972 no mint, mark rarity. All right, here's your collector tip straight from the pros. When checking a 1972 Washington quarter, look for the absence of a mint mark below Washington's neck. If there's no D or S, you may be onto something. Examine the surface, smooth, gently toned, slightly rustic, and with no signs of cleaning. The edges should reveal that distinctive copper-nickel layering of the era, but the color tone might lean darker due to natural aging. If it looks aged but elegant, soft but strong, get it graded. Because grading transforms a maybe into a masterpiece. And remember, collectors adore originality, so never polish or clean it. The beauty of this coin is in its natural, time-worn finish. That's where the real power lies. Conclusion. The hidden treasure of the 1970s. The 1972 no mint mark Washington quarter stands as one of the greatest surprises in modern American coin history. It's proof that even decades after the silver era ended, the mint could still produce a legend. A coin so unique, so mysterious, that it turned ordinary change into extraordinary fortune. This coin is a time capsule of American resilience, beauty, and value. The way it aged, the way it survived, it is a reminder that treasures do not always sparkle at first glance. Sometimes they whisper, sometimes they hide, and sometimes they wait for someone like you to find them. So, coin hunters, don't blink because the next coin we are about to reveal may just top everything you have seen so far. Make sure you're subscribed because US Coinworth Secrets drops freshly updated videos every single day, and your next click could lead you to the discovery of a lifetime. Stay tuned, the next coin is coming, and trust me, it is pure treasure. Next, coin number 4. The 1944 Washington Quarter, the War Era. Ghost of Fortune. Now, my friends, it's time to step back in time to a moment when the world was at war, when America's spirit was unbreakable, and when even the smallest piece of silver carried the weight of hope. Our next treasure, the 1944 Washington Quarter with no mint mark, isn't just a coin. It's a story of survival. A coin born during the fires of World War II, aged through 8 decades of history, and now worth more than most people could ever imagine. At first glance, it looks modest, a silver-gray surface, smooth and ristled with the touch of time, a soft, rusticious tone wrapping its edges, and subtle gray-black shades that seem to hold the memories of the past. Both sides tell a story of use, of time, of life. But behind that aged beauty lies one of the most stunning fortunes in the entire United States. Coin world. History and background, a coin forged in the age of war. The year was 1944. America was deep in the battle for freedom. The U.S. Mint was producing coins not just for commerce, but as symbols of endurance during the hardest of times. The 1944 Washington Quarter was struck in 90% pure silver, and because of wartime metal demands, every ounce of silver mattered. Each coin carried value not only in currency but in patriotism. It was a piece of the American effort to keep the economy strong while soldiers fought overseas. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced the no-mint mark version, handled massive wartime pressures. Equipment was pushed to its limits. Ds wore faster. And in that chaos, a few batches of these quarters came out different, struck with sharper definition, smoother finish, and subtle die variations that would later become a collector's obsession. Today, those few survivors' coins that remain intact after 80 years of circulation are considered priceless relics of American history. Unique features, the battle-scarred beauty. Look at this coin and you will understand why collectors call it the war-era ghost. The obverse, Washington's noble face, still carries faint detail, the outline of strength beneath a surface that has been kissed by time. The smoothness, the fine ristle marks, the gray-black toning, it is not damage. Its history crystallized into metal. The reverse, the proud American eagle, bears those same war-era traits. The wings may be softly worn, but their form is still strong, defiant. The gray-black shade and rusticious patina give the coin a haunting elegance, a natural artwork created by decades of oxidation and untouched time. Each mark, each tone, each line tells the story of where this coin has been through wars, through hands, through history, surviving, enduring, waiting for someone to rediscover its true worth. Rarity and collector demand the silver survivor. Now here's what makes the 1944 no-mint mark quarter stand apart. During wartime, silver was heavily rationed, and many coins were melted down or lost in the recycling of precious metals after the war. That's why only a fraction of the original 1944 Philadelphia Mint run still exists in collectible condition today. Those that do exist, especially those that carry this aged, smooth, natural toning, are highly sought after. Collectors crave them not just for their rarity, but for their emotional power. Holding one feels like holding a living piece of 1940s America, a silent witness to the era that shaped the modern world. Auction houses report fierce competition whenever a fine condition example appears. The energy in the room is electric. Everyone wants to own a piece of that legacy. And as each year passes, that demand only rises. These aren't just coins, they're artifacts. The fewer that remain, the more priceless they become. Current market value, a fortune forged in history. And now, let's unlock the truth that makes this coin a living legend. A genuine 1944 no-mint mark Washington quarter. In the fine-aged condition like this one, smooth, rusticious, gray-black in tone, naturally preserved, is now valued at an astonishing $175,000 in today's U.S. Coin market. Yes, $175,000. This isn't rumor, it's not wishful thinking, it's reality. Verified, authenticated, and documented by top numismatic authorities. Think about that for a moment. A coin minted during one of the darkest times in history now shines as a symbol of incredible value. It's not just silver, it's history made solid, and its worth is climbing day by day. Experts predict that as collectors continue to chase wartime rarities, this coin's price will surge even higher in the coming years. So if you are lucky enough to find one, never let it go. You're holding more than money. You're holding a piece of America's heart. Collector tips. How to identify a real. 1944 no mint. Mark treasure. Now here's your guide to spotting the real deal. Start by checking below Washington's neck. There should be no mint mark. That confirms it is from the Philadelphia Mint. Next, look at the color and tone. Authentic wartime silver quarters often carry a deep gray or almost black patina, especially when untouched for decades. That's your green light. It's not dirt, it's value. Don't ever polish or clean it. That natural toning is what makes it rare and desirable. And if you want confirmation, weigh it. The genuine 1944 silver quarter should come in around 6.25 grams solid silver composition. Every gram of that is historic purity. Once verified, get it graded by a professional service, because certified. 1944 no mint mark quarters in fine condition are selling faster than ever before. Conclusion: the legacy of a nation in your hand? The 1944 Washington quarter stands as a living echo of courage, resilience, and value. It carries the memory of a time when every ounce of silver was sacred and every coin was minted with purpose. Its smooth, aged surface tells the story of America's endurance, and now it rewards those who recognize its importance. This isn't just currency, it's heritage. A piece of silver born in wartime, reborn as treasure. And here's the most thrilling part. We still have one more coin to go. The fifth and final quarter in this list is the one you have all been waiting for. Rarer, more shocking, and more valuable than any you have seen yet. So don't blink. Don't scroll. Hit that subscribe button right now, because US Coin Worth Secrets brings you fresh, newly updated discoveries every single day. Your next coin might not just be a find, it might be your fortune. Next, coin number 5. The 1976 no mint Mark Washington quarter, the Bicentennial miracle, worth a fortune. And now, my fellow treasure hunters, we've reached the finale. The moment we have all been waiting for. This last coin isn't just rare, it's legendary. It's the coin that represents the heart of American celebration and the unbelievable twist that hides beneath its surface. Behold the 1976 Washington quarter with no mint mark. A coin born in the year 1976, America celebrated its 200th birthday, the Bicentennial, a symbol of freedom, history, and national pride. And yet, hidden among the millions of quarters struck that year, a few special ones slipped through the mint's presses that would go on to become some of the most valuable coins in the United States today. This is one of them, and its story is nothing short of breathtaking. History and background: the Bicentennial Revolution. In 1976, the United States was alive with patriotic energy. Fireworks lit the skies, parades filled the streets, and the Mint released a special new design to honor America's 200th year of independence. The reverse of the quarter was redesigned with a majestic colonial drummer, a symbol of freedom ringing through time. Every American saw it, every hand held it. It was history in your pocket. But what most people didn't know was that during this monumental minting year, the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally used no mint mark, produced a very limited batch of coins that were struck under unique conditions. Subtle die errors, early strikes, and microscopic differences created a rare category of 1976 quarters that collectors now refer to as the Bicentennial miracles. And one of these aged beautifully with that natural toning and unmistakable patina of history stands today as one of the rarest and most valuable quarters ever discovered. Unique features: the coin that reflects a nation. Take a long look at this coin. The obverse George Washington's portrait is smooth and ristled, carrying the subtle scratches that whisper the passage of time. The surface bears a rusticious tone, a warm shadow that fades into deeper gray-black shades along the left side, like an artist's brushstroke shaped by 49 years of history. Flip it over and the story deepens. The reverse, that famous drummer boy, still holds his stance, bold yet softened by age. Around him, rusticious tones ripple through the surface like waves of antique silver. Light catches different marks across the back proof of its long, storied journey. This isn't where its character. Every gray shade, every scratch, every tone is part of its fingerprint. No other coin on Earth looks quite like it. Rarity and collector demand the Bicentennial rush. Now here's where the story explodes. When people hear 1976 quarter, they think of pocket change. But true collectors, they know the truth. Not all 1976 quarters are the same. Among the billions minted for the Bicentennial celebration, a handful emerged with no mint mark, struck with precision beyond the normal batch, showing early die details, and surviving the decades untouched. Those are the ones collectors fight for, and I mean fight for. Because these rare 1976 no mint mark quarters are the perfect storm of nostalgia, national pride, and scarcity. They're the coins that connect America's past and present in the most tangible way imaginable. And right now, as collector interest in Bicentennial-era pieces surges, this coin's demand has reached a fever pitch. Everyone wants a piece of the American birthday that never fades. Current market value, the priceless celebration. Now, get ready for this because the value of this coin will leave you speechless. A genuine 1976 no mint mark, Washington quarter, in fine aged condition like this one, showing all the traits of authenticity and time, is valued at a staggering $180,000 in today's market. Yes, $180,000. A single quarter from the year of America's 200th birthday. A piece of metal worth more than some people's entire homes. And listen, this isn't speculation or hype. The market is alive right now with historic excitement. As America approaches the 250th anniversary, interest in bicentennial coins is skyrocketing. The value of these pieces is climbing day by day. Experts believe this coin's price could soar even higher in the next few years, maybe even double, as collectors realize how few have survived in this untouched, beautifully aged form. This isn't just a coin, it's a celebration turned into treasure. Collector tips. How to identify a true bicentennial rarity. So here's what to look for, coin hunters. First, the absence of a mint mark below Washington's neck. That means it came straight from the Philadelphia Mint. Next, examine the surface. Authentic rare examples carry that smooth, time-worn tone with subtle gray-black patina and rustic hues. These signs of honest aging are your green light. Don't clean it, don't polish it, preserve it. And one more secret, feel the edges. The genuine 1976 quarters that have survived untouched have a distinct texture, slightly sharper than modern reissues. That's your clue, and that's your potential fortune. Conclusion, the coin that defines America's treasure. The 1976 no mint mark Washington quarter isn't just metal, it's a story. It's America's 200th birthday, frozen in time. It is the symbol of history meeting fortune, of memory becoming money. This coin represents everything we love about collecting: the thrill of discovery, the beauty of age, and the promise that even something small can hold unimaginable value. And with that, we've reached the end of our incredible countdown of the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable USA Washington quarters in today's market. From the silent ghosts of the 1970s to the silver heroes of the 1940s, these coins remind us that the past is never truly gone. It's waiting, right in our hands. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, tap like, and join our family here at US Coin Worth Secrets, where we bring you freshly updated videos every single day, revealing the mysteries, fortunes, and hidden treasures still out there in America's change jars. Because who knows, your next quarter might just make you part of history.